Hello, my name is Adrea Bettis. Today I will be talking about the historic and the well-known paranormal site, the Concordia Cemetery. There is so much history that is behind the Concordia Cemetery. The Concordia Cemetery was built and established in the year of 1840s. Originally, the Concordia Cemetery was a home ranch. Well, it was a ranch, but you know what I mean. For Hugh Stephenson and for his wife, Ascarate Stephenson. So, the ranch was originally a home, like I said, which I don't know if you guys knew that. So I'm going to describe what they were like and who's Hugh and who's Juania, Maria Escarate. So I'm going to do that right now. So we're going to go on to the husband, which is Hugh. Hugh Stephenson was born on July 18th, 1798 in Kentucky. So he wasn't originally from here, but he was born in Kentucky. Hugh Stephenson grew up in Missouri. Also, Hugh Stephenson was an orphan, so no parents, he was an orphan. So he moved with his cousin to Concordia when he came west. Hugh Stephenson was a trapper. Also, Hugh Stephenson was a pioneer and trader. In August of 1824, Hugh Stephenson was the first Anglo-American in the El Paso area, passing through with a wagon train. Hugh Stephenson settled in El Paso del Norte. Later, Hugh Stephenson bought two pieces of grants, land grants. So, with the first land grant, which was 900 acres of the south, like of the land. That was the part of the land belonged to Juan Marie Ponce del Lino. Also, Hugh Stephenson bought another piece of land, which I'm talking about the second piece. Hugh Stephenson bought the amount of 23,000 acres of land. So, whatever land that was there, left, he bought that. Hugh Stephenson bought amount. Wait. In August of 1828, Hugh Stephenson married Juania, Mary Ascarate, and then she became Stephenson, like her last name. Let me see. Hugh Stephenson owned many businesses in El Paso and in New Mexico. Hugh Stephenson and his wife Maria began ranching in the area in El Paso in 1842. When Hugh Stephenson passed in Las Mesas, New Mexico, on October 11th, 1870, Hugh Stephenson was buried in Las Cruces. So this part I don't understand. He died in Las Mesas, New Mexico, but he was buried in Las Cruces. So now we're going to go on with the wife. So Juania Maria Escarate was born on February 8th, 1800. She was the daughter of the wealthy El Paso del Norte merchant. She inherits the fortune of the land, and you know that, by getting married and hold on, let me just do this real quick. Ascarate, I'm gonna call her Ascarate or Mary, so sorry if you get mixed up. It's the wife. So Ascarate was mostly a housewife on February, or before I get to when she died and all that. I couldn't find anything on her, like what she did, but I heard that she was a representative of Texas or something like that. But I couldn't find it because I lost the actual proof, I guess you can say. So on February 6th, 1856, Maria died due to her wounds from being gored by a pet deer, which she had a pet deer and then stabbed her, I guess. Sorry if I say that. Now we're going to go on with the chapel, which was on the property of their ranch. This is the history of the Concordia branch, or the chapel. San Joseph de Concordia of I'm gonna say San Santos because I can't pronounce the whole name. 12 years later, he built a chapel named San Jose de Concordia el Alato. The ranch home was called, the ranch home itself was called Rancho Concordia, so that was the name of the ranch. In 1854, the chapel was built and the Concordia Cemetery. So let me explain this. So the chapel and the cemetery was built together, was built. So that was important too to remember. Let's see, where is it? I lost it here. I lost it. Sorry, I'm trying to find my place again. Okay. Oh. At the okay, the chapel and the cemetery were built on the ranch. Sorry. Where is it? Okay, so when Juanita died in 1856, she was buried within the Concordia Cemetery, which is a part of the Concordia Cemetery, the big plot that you see. Let's see. In the year of 1882, the El Paso City bought part of the ranch to bury the poor. So the Concordia Cemetery was used for people who weren't wealthy at the time in the 1800s. They weren't wealthy, so they buried them there. The Concordia Cemetery is one of the oldest cemeteries in history of El Paso. They have documents that go way back to the 1840s or the 1850s. The Concordia Cemetery is about, so this is my estimate of the age. The Concordia Cemetery is about 182 years old or older, because I could be wrong, because I really don't know exactly how old is it. It could be that old or older. Like I said, this is more about the chapel. The San Joseph de Concordia, the San Joseph Concordia Chapel became the first Catholic church in El Paso, Texas. There was a time after the Civil War where Mr. Stephenson almost lost the land, but one of his family members bought the property at the sale in 1867. The French sold the parts of his property and parts of his business for money. The certain groups were interested in buying the property and land. The city of El Paso bought the first half of the cemetery in 1882, which divided the cemetery into sections. By the year of 1890s, the sections are divided into, so these are the sections that we see at the graveyard site. Judas, Catholic, Masnotic, Jewish, Black, Chinese, military, city, county, and other ethnic and social groups. Over the years, the Concordia Cemetery has about the graves, has about up to 65,000 individual graves. So let me get the list of graves here. So I'm going to name a few of them. There's one called Big James B. Buster. He was a war hero. And then a group of Buffalo Soldiers section. So there was a soldiers. Sorry. And then there was Earl Dake. That's what it says here on the paper. And then there's one Heron John Wellesley. He was who was he? He was an outlaw. And then these are the Mexico presidents. He betrayed Mexico, and he was the actual president, and he was the vice president. So the vice president betrayed Mexico at this time. And then we have, who else do we have? Then we have Maria, or her whole name right here. Look. And we have her, the owner. So she was the first person in the cemetery. Now let's talk about the paranormal on the whole cemetery. So this is what I believe. Okay, this is my hypothesis. The reason why I think the cemetery is haunted is because of the activity that like the role it played during the 1800s, even before that. Because really think about it. You want to think that everything's okay, because I bet these souls who passed away don't even think that they're alive anymore, or they probably don't think that they're alive, or they still think that they're alive. They probably think that, oh, I'm still alive, I'm still here, or some of them just can't move on to the next world, or you know what I mean. But the fact that there's hauntings, which is interesting. I've been around the paranormal for all of my life. I'm not really surprised on what I see because I've been through it. Also, what I want to specify is that paranormal, if I'm correct, most of them are not just spirits or entities throwing things. It's much more complicated than that. So that's the first part. The second part is that there is possessions, but it's not to the point where it gets bad sometimes. But like I said, I've been around the paranormal for many years, and I've seen things. And trust me, I've had this incident where I was in where I saw orbs. Let's just say that. This is what I believe. And I had an instant where my grandmother passed away. Like she passed away like almost 11. She almost passed away. She passed away. Sorry, 11 to 10 years ago. And I felt her. Let's just say that I know that she's there. But like I said, it depends on what the entity wants. I know some entities, some spirits don't want to be bothered, which is fine. It's normal. Who doesn't? Who does want to be bothered? But you know what I mean. But like I said, I do believe the hauntings do contain the history that the Concordia Cemetery has. The same with any other paranormal sites. I'm not really an expert on paranormal that well, but I've witnessed some stuff, like really bad things. I just want to tell you guys that I hope that you guys are cool. I don't know if you guys have questions about, oh, is this real? If this is not real. If you don't believe in it, that's fine. That's totally fine. If you do, well, now you know. Or even if you guys didn't know about that's my ice maker. Even if you guys didn't know about the chapel, that's a really interesting thing to really think about. But I'm gonna go. I hope you have a good day and bye.